Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is a marriage proposal the result of Hope and Carter's romantic location shoot? Teasers and spoilers for the bold and the beautiful in 2025. Hope Logan and Carter Walton's relationship is likely to take some unforeseen turns. Given how well they are getting along, it's easy to see Carter thinking about popping the question soon, and the romantic backdrop of their location shoot would be ideal. Although it was difficult for Hope to totally commit to Thomas Forrester, things were very different in those days. Her reluctance was mostly caused by Thomas's turbulent history, and the fact that Hope was still in shock over her recent divorce from Liam Spencer. But now that time has passed, Hope could be amenable to the notion of becoming engaged to someone else. This is especially true considering Carter's steadfast devotion and his ability to make her feel like the only woman in the world. You can be sure he'll pop the question in style. Whatever he has planned for Hope will surely be something genuinely remarkable because of his romantic flair. This brings us to some fascinating hints that were disclosed in the 2025 show preview. Bradley Bell, the head writer and executive producer, teased an exciting location shoot in an interview with TV Insider, guaranteeing Hope and Carter plenty of romance. This charismatic pair appears to be the main attraction during the photo session, which increases the likelihood that Carter will take Hope to a stunning location and pop the question. Imagine Carter and Hope enjoying a lavish vacation together as a power couple, combining work and pleasure with Carter's proposal. Hope can very well find herself saying yes to a future full of love and happiness with Carter, all while holding a beautiful engagement ring. Longtime fans will undoubtedly recall many of the love proposals Rich Forrester has made to Hope's mother, Brooke Logan, throughout the years. Given that Hope has been channeling a younger Brooke for the past few years, might this passionate proposal and lovely location shoot be a rerun of one of previous proposals? This would be a perfect approach to hint to the difficult times that lie ahead for this pair, who are undoubtedly going to encounter some obstacles. Since Hope and Carter's relationship will inevitably encounter many difficulties, their engagement is an exciting development. Watch for any updates on marriage proposals and details on Carter and Hope's upcoming voyage, as spoilers for the show hint at unexpected twists and turns. Brooke appeals to Ridge. Katie, Ivy, Carter, Hope and Brooke were informed by Ridge and Brooke on Will and Electra that Remy was the one responsible for the deepfakes. "I believed him to be a friend," Electra said. "And you didn't know?" Brooke inquired. "Electra had nearly died," Will remarked. Electra smiled and continued, "But Will saved me." Will clarified that Remy pretended to be her buddy in order to support her throughout her difficult period. That struck Carter as being really twisted up. Brooke and Katie felt horrible about terminating her without cause. Will stated that the most important thing was that she was alright, while Electra stated that she understood. They assured Electra that she would now be secure after Ivy consoled her. Electra would grin at Will and keep saying, "Because of Will." Hope made fun of Will for his feelings for Electra. They talked about AI deepfakes and the number of victims. Katie attested to Electra's return to work. Although Brooke was relieved that everything went smoothly, he had to go take care of an urgent matter. Ivy instructed Electra to rest for the remainder of the day. Everyone was just relieved that she was safe and remarked that after getting some rest the next day, she could begin living the life she had always desired. Everyone was really relieved that everything went as planned. Will was referred to be her idol by Electra. Electra and Will sat on the couch in the design office as she described what had transpired. Electra said that she ought to have seen a hint sooner or later. Electra was a victim, according to Will, and she shouldn't feel bad about it. They relived the events involving Remy and his escape after Will rescued Electra from his grasp on the roof. Electra went on to say, "Then the authorities got him, and Will promised that Remy would never harm her again. Will pledged, 'I'm going to make sure that nothing like that ever happens again.'" Electra questioned how Will could have known she wasn't in the pictures. Will replied so since he was certain she wouldn't act in such a manner. He informed her that Brooke and Katie were duped since it's a widespread problem in today's world. "I'm simply relieved you're alright." Before they started kissing, Will told Electra, "I couldn't lose you." Taylor was informed by Steffy that she looked radiant at her place. She claimed that knowing her parents were spending so much time together brought her joy. Despite downplaying it, Taylor couldn't help but smile. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas. Participate in the discussion on our SC forums. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. Steffy and Taylor discussed Ridge. She was asked by Steffy to be receptive to the possibility of dating Ridge. She believed that her parents were mutually healing. Taylor claimed that although she missed their previous relationship and that she had liked their time together, Brooke was still alive and that she would likely make an effort to get Ridge back, as she normally did. According to Taylor, Brooke would stop at nothing to regain the spotlight on her. Taylor pointed out that Brooke's appointment as CEO had already garnered notice. That Brooke believed she would charm her way back into Ridge's life after such a transgression struck Steffy as absurd. Steffy remarked, "I think Dad realizes it now after her latest power grab." Although Taylor was unsure about Brooke's next course of action, she was certain that she would make an effort to win Ridge back. Although Steffy acknowledged that she could understand Taylor's anxiety, she argued that this time was unique since Taylor had deceived both Ridge and Eric. Eric and Ridge had every reason to be upset, and Taylor concurred that it was awful. Taylor noted that Brooke was still alive even though anyone who had committed half of what she had would have long since been exiled from the family. Taylor said, "That's why I never count her out." Although Steffy acknowledged Brooke's worries, she assured her that Ridge would never return to her, regardless of what Brooke said or did. Ridge heard a note from Justin at the Forrester home, agitated. He said that Justin's efforts to reclaim the business had run into yet another legal roadblock. What Carter did, in Eric's opinion, was illegal. Ridge said, nearly as much as Brooke taking over as CEO. Eric confided in Ridge that he was beginning to lose his affection for Brooke. Ridge expressed his disappointment and grief, saying he was unsure whether the wound would ever heal. Eric said, "If you even want it to, Taylor would never do that to him," Ridge said. Eric inquired as to their current situation. According to Eric, Ridge and Taylor were already back together based on Steffy's speech at the Christmas party. Ridge claimed that he missed Taylor's honesty and that she meant the world to him. Eric questioned whether his and Brooke's relationship was truly over. Brooke stormed in the door at that moment. She said to Ridge, "I understand that you're angry with me, but after you hear what I have to say, everything will be different for us both." "Well, that's nice," Ridge remarked after being by himself. "Dad must now become scarce in his own household. Have you seen his face? Did you see his sadness? How are you able to harm him like this?" Ridge questioned Brooke. Ridge said that she stabbed them in the back. Brooke told Ridge that in order to win back the firm for Ridge, Eric, and Steffy, she had to explain how she became CEO. Brooke clarified that she assumed the CEO role in order to gain access to Carter and convince him that his actions were improper. She asserted that Steffy, Eric, and he should own Forrester Creations, and she was committed to regaining it for them. "And I love you, which is why I'm doing it. I still believe in us. Additionally, I hope you don't give up on us," Brooke continued. She admitted that she was devastated that he had turned to Taylor, but she refused to think about it or even linger on it. "I understand that you also felt deceived. But just remember Rome, Ridge. To the keyhole of Aventine. When you glanced through that, what did you see? Have you foreseen your future?" "Me? Logan, yours?" Brooke inquired. Ridge reflected on their time together in Rome at that moment. She was still his Logan, Brooke murmured to him as she stepped closer. She urged him to hold on to their destiny and not turn back to Taylor. The Bold and the Beautiful next week. Hope's proficiency in French surprises Carter. She says "Bonjour, Daphne," as the perfumer enters the CEO's office. "We can go back anytime," Steffy tells Eric, Ridge, and Taylor at the Forrester mansion. "That is only a show." "You are aware of that," Ridge contends. Bill tells Elektra in his living room that it's good to see her at last. Thanks to a certain individual. Elektra grins at Will and remarks, "Your son is an extraordinary man." Luna looks through the railing. On weekdays, watch the whole season of The Bold and the Beautiful on CBS or access it on Paramount+. Did you find this article enjoyable? Participate in our forum about The Bold and the Beautiful. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here.